Okay, so I ran into a bit of a problem last weekend with my bike. Well, I ran into a whole bunch of problems last weekend with my bike, but the problem that I'm going to talk about here, and I wanted to show you and I'm trying to record, is that the kill switch, this is in this position and this is the way it's supposed to be, stopped working. You could push it in and it would stay in. Probably will do if I do that right now. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to come back out. So, if you take the two screws off the backside and pull it off the handlebar, you find that the kill switch is in here. It's held in by a screw that's there. Next thing we're going to do is going to pull this black plate out. Be careful because there is a little brass arch under there which has a spring on it pushing up. The point of this exercise is that there's a little A-frame thing in the back. Okay, so, whoops, there it goes. Here's that little brass bar I was talking about. Like so. And its purpose is to join these top two contacts together. That's its normal resting place. It sits up there. So the switch is closed. When it latches, it's down here. Alright. Obviously there's a brake spring in here, which its job is to push this thing back up again. And look, now that I got it apart, it actually sort of works. So there's two springs here, one of which its job seems to be to push this brass thing up against the contacts. That's the bigger outside spring. And inside that, there's a quite small spring here. Its job appears to be, let's get it out of there, to push down on this brass plate here, which is connected to a, hang on, let me pull this out. Which is connected to this little pin here that sticks out the backside. You see that little brass pin here? That thing is supposed to stick inside this little A sort of shaped slot in here. And you can see I've got everything all oiled here and it's still sticking. So it seems to be it's supposed to come push down here, push this thing to the side, come back up, and I guess somehow it's supposed to catch this thing, center it, and you push it down, it goes over to this side, and then it runs around. That gives you your latch functionality. But for whatever reason on my bike, it's no longer working. One of my beefs has always been that you can push the kill switch in and forget about it. And I'm hoping that, planning, expecting, thinking, that I can put this whole thing back together again. I guess I don't need this little tiny hole and tiny spring in the center anymore, because the pin on the back side without the A-frame in the back doesn't have anything to do. So my hope is that by leaving this A-frame thing out of the back, it will always come up, and I now have a kill switch which would work the way I would prefer it. You press the kill switch, the bike stops, you let the kill switch off, and the bike is back in run mode. Not 110% I'm right, but reasonably confident that it should work that way. Okay, so that seems to do what I wanted it to do. Put it back in here, we'll screw it down, fire the bike up, and make sure that it actually starts and stops as expected. So we are back. We have ignition, we have keys, we have lights, we have okay, we have ignition, lights, keys, all that good stuff. It runs, it stops. It runs, well, it would run better, the choke on. Stops. Sweet. Everything I wanted to do. And that all comes from taking it apart and taking that piece out. So that's the latch, which was jamming in the wrong spot.